One of the biggest misunderstandings about Aikido is what the art is actually trying to accomplish. Let's dive in. Many people approach Aikido with a combat mindset. So either they look at it right at the beginning and they think, well, this doesn't look like it would work in a street fight. And so they don't even do Aikido. Or they do Aikido and they try to justify, like, and this would work in the street, or you do this, you do that, and now, see, I could really hurt him now. I don't know. This doesn't speak to me. Maybe it speaks to you. But anyway, many people approach Aikido with this combat mindset, either to compare it and say it's no good, or to justify it and say, yes, it's great because I could hurt people with it. It's so difficult, or perhaps impossible, to compare Aikido with other martial arts. Done well, there's no visible force in Aikido. It looks effortless, done well. So it's difficult to discern the charlatans from the real masters, right? Maybe. Sometimes it's easy. But anyway, Yamaguchi Sensei, for example, his movement looked so natural and so effortless. But if you ever touched him, you know, it's indescribable. I did have the privilege to get thrown by him a few times. And I can't describe it at all, but it was extremely powerful. And what I felt was an incredible heaviness. I couldn't move my feet. Sounds crazy, right? Our hands, our arms, our forearms were connected. It was ikkyo coming up from a seated position. So his forearm was on top of my forearm and I couldn't move my feet. Huh? Sounds crazy. There aren't obvious things working in Aikido like some other martial arts. When you watch the striking arts, of course there's a lot going on that we don't see so easily. But one thing that we do see is a punch land on the other person's jaw and then that person falls down. So that's easy to understand, isn't it? Well, we think it's easy to understand. Of course, that took a lot of skill to develop the punch and to learn how to see the opening, etc., etc., etc. But it's not as easy to see these things in Aikido, is it? So, what does Aikido train us in? Aikido trains us in something very different. First of all, balance under pressure, both literally balance and also figuratively or mentally balanced. How to stay mentally balanced. Calm movement, whether the situation is calm or not. Connection with your partner. Also awareness, situational awareness, and self-awareness. Right? If you're doing a technique and suddenly you get stuck, you can't move your partner, then hopefully you use that to do a check through your own body to find where the tension is. Then release that tension or fix the alignment and move through it. Oh, now I moved my partner, or I was able to move through it. So this builds your self-awareness. You shake hands with somebody and you're really tense, or you shake hands with somebody and you're loose but firm, strong, confident. So these are huge differences and very important and very helpful for our improvement. And once you understand what we're actually trying to do in Aikido, things shift. You stop chasing techniques. Oh, I learned a new technique. I want to learn more techniques, more techniques, more techniques. You start noticing principles. So how you can apply this principle or that principle to every technique that you do. And then the next challenge is to take those principles off the mat, out of the combat situation, into your work life or your relationships, your family life, whatever it is, how to take those things and make your life better. So I've said many times that, knock on wood, I've never been in a fight, so I don't know how effective my Aikido techniques are in a fight. And I hope I never find out. But I've been in conflicts every single day. Either they're external or internal. Maybe I'm beating myself up or somebody insults me. There's conflict all the time. And so if I can apply these principles to these other conflict situations that are not necessarily physical conflict, then how useful of a martial art is this? It's incredibly useful. Use it every day. Please continue your training, and please continue to think, how can you use this outside of the dojo, right? Of course, there are lessons that other martial arts have. Perseverance, taking action, timing. Those are in other martial arts also. But I think that Aikido is unique in that we are also training calm. We're training how to remain calm. And we're training how to diffuse and deflect without the counterattack. The absence of counterattack is a huge difference. We ideally diffuse the situation by something other than a counterattack. If you found this helpful, keep in mind that you are welcome to get my weekly Aikido training insights. It's free. The link is in the description below. Also, I'll be teaching seminars in Ireland, the UK, Boston, Shanghai, San Diego. I'll be taking a group with me to Germany for a training tour in Germany through some really beautiful areas like Heidelberg, Bonn, Düsseldorf. Just check the link in the description below. Also, big news is that it is the 30th anniversary of Aikido Kenkikai International USA this year. So we'll be having a summer camp and celebration at my dojo in Los Angeles. That will be July 15th through 19th. And registration is now open. So I hope to see you there, or if not, I hope to see you at one of my seminars. Thanks so much for tuning in today, and I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.